In this video, I'll be talking about George Michael and his beautiful version of the all-time classic, The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. The sound of this song is superb. It can be a great test track for any hi-fi system. I'll show you what parts of the sound to pay attention to. So whether you're a George Michael fan, a hi-fi geek, or just love music and good sound, in this video I'll talk about 8 things you need to know about the sound of The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. It's number 5 on this CD. In the first 16 seconds of this song, there's the intro, and you can hear double bass, piano and guitar. And you can tell right away that this is a very good sound, and it feels intimate. It's like the musicians are right there in your room. And if the rest of the track stayed at that same level, I might have made a video about the whole song, but those first 16 seconds are not the reason I'm doing this video. The overall sound of the intro is full and rich. It's not bright or flashy. It's natural, maybe just a little bit dark, maybe. So everything sits perfectly in place. Nothing sticks out. Nothing distracts. Full-bodied tones and a beautiful natural decay. So in those first 16 seconds, there's absolutely no hint of what's about to happen. Nothing prepares you for it. And then at the 16-second mark, it happens. You don't expect your jaw to drop, your mouth to open wide into a huge smile. And suddenly, it feels like you are no longer alone in your room. You've just got company. At the 16-second mark, it happens. That voice. His voice comes in. And there's a sudden shift in tone, a complete change in sound color. The vocal is bright, big, full of air and freshness. It's clear, clean and open. And you can feel the size of his voice, the space around it. It gives you goosebumps. At that 16-second moment, it's like you've been drawn straight into a concert hall. He's here, right in front of you. George is standing in your room, singing just for you. You can feel him, you can touch him. Wow! It's a huge 3D sound, alive and real. And you can clearly hear everything. His throat, his breath, the movement of his lips, every single tiny detail of his breathing. The scale of the vocal is stunning. The production is wide and very deep. It's full of air. It's like his voice is floating right in the middle of your room. The reverb, the depth, it's pure magic. And at the 23-second mark, when he says "so," that word spreads out. It flows from his voice toward the left and right speakers, but also it flows backward, deep into the soundstage. The soundstage, it's huge. This is a live, concert-like sound. You should be able to clearly hear that this is a double bass, not an electric bass guitar. It's deep, it's powerful, but not boomy. Each note lands with a rich impact and depth, tight, controlled, and full-bodied. The bass gives the song its fullness, driving it forward with authority, weight, and presence. There's no crazy, explosive dynamics here, no. It's a ballad, after all. George pours his sensitivity and emotion into it. A delicate, stunning vocal performance. This song is not about big dynamic builds. It's about intimacy, expression, and tenderness. Still, you can hear the dynamics gently rise and fall in a few places. The strings probably create the biggest dynamic movement in the entire track, especially in the transition between the second and third minute. Even though the vocal is absolutely stunning, there's one problem. They went a little overboard in the mix, adding too much sibilance to his voice. You'll notice it every time he pronounces the letter S. In the mix, each S seems to trigger the reverb, giving the vocal that airy, spacious feel. It was probably done through a de-esser or some sidechain trick that opens the reverb only on those sibilant sounds. But the problem is those sibilants can be distracting. There's just a bit too much of that shh in the vocal, but you can tell it was done intentionally. It's part of the 3D presence of his voice. It's part of that magic space around his voice. Now, sibilants fall in the 5 to 10 kilohertz range, where human ears are extremely sensitive. So the right way to control them is usually de-essing or careful EQ automation without touching the natural tone of the voice. So in this song, the producers likely left some sibilants prominent to keep that voice alive and natural. The quiet passages still have roughly the same perceived volume as the louder parts, thanks to compression. And the producers usually, or often, don't overdo the de-essing because they want the vocal to stay alive and natural. So George's voice, almost certainly went through compression, so that the quiet singing has roughly the same perceived volume as the louder parts. So it's very likely that the vocal was intentionally compressed to keep soft and loud passages in balance. And one more thing, they didn't apply the same amount of reverb on every S in this song. They adjusted it manually. For example, listen to the word face at the 26-second mark. It has a lot of reverb, but at 5:01, the same word has very little reverb. So it's clear that the mix was manually adjusted for each moment, giving the vocal its immersive 3D quality. If on a hi-fi system the sibilants sound extremely harsh or irritating, Well, that might indicate the hi-fi system is maybe too bright. On the other hand, if you hardly hear any sibilants at all, well, that could mean the hi-fi system leans toward the warmer side, with the mids and highs being subdued. There's a big difference in tone and color between George's vocal and the rest of the band, the piano, double bass, and guitar. In the mix, they played with sound colors. They added contrast in sound colors, playing with tonal differences to make the vocal stand out. The double bass, piano, and guitar all share a similar sound character, natural, balanced, neither too bright nor too dark, perhaps just a touch darker, maybe. And they sound organic, without any artificial tweaks or reverb tricks. But George's vocal, on the other hand, that's a completely different story. It's bright, airy, and full of space. It just floats over the instruments, giving the song that open 3D feel. So why is the sound of this song so good? Well, it was recorded and mixed by Frank Filippetti and produced by George Michael and Phil Ramone. Phil became famous producing for legends like Ray Charles, Celine Dion, Bob Dylan, Elton John, B.B. King, Paul Simon, and many, many more. All right? Anyway, my recommendation, listen to this song on big, full-range speakers, if you can, please. That way, you can fully experience and feel this song and its sound. All right? That's it. Next time, something completely different. Blah, blah, blah. See ya. Blah, blah, blah.